Okay, for this example, you're given some of the forces but not all of them, and you have to use the net force to try to figure it out. So we know that the net force is 60 newtons left, so I'm going to break that down into x and y. So 60 newtons left, that's pretty obvious that that's the x direction net force. Again, x and y is left and right, so I would write F net x is equal to negative 60. I made it negative, so I know that's to the left. Okay? I should do the same thing with the y direction, but it doesn't say anything about the y direction. It doesn't say anything about up and down. Well, that means that the y direction has to equal 0. Okay, so now that I have those, I'm going to try to figure out what these values are. And it's straightforward, similar to what we did on the previous one. You say net force equals all your forces added together. So let's do the x direction first. Okay? For the x direction, we have F net x equals negative 60. So I'm going to say negative 60 equals, I'm going to have all my forces to the right positive, which is D, plus minus all my forces to the left, which is 80. So I get negative 60 equals D minus 80. Add 80 to the other side. You get D equals 20 newtons. It is possible to explain that without doing math. If you're capable of doing that, I'm okay with it, but you need to explain it, not just write the number down. Again, right now, that's what you need to do. When we get into Newton's second law problems, then you'll be able to just solve it. But for right now, I need to understand that you know why you got this value. For the y direction, okay, same thing. So this was the x direction. For the y direction now, I'm going to do the same thing. The net force in the y direction is 0. Okay, the force up is 300. Minus the force down, which is E. Add E to the other side, you get E is 300 newtons. This one's easier to explain than to do the math for. If you know the net force is 0, then you know that the force up and down have to be the same. They have to balance each other out. Otherwise, there would be no net force of 0. So if you wanted to explain and say the net force, or the force E has to be 300 down, in order to balance it out, that's perfectly fine.